Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is BOLO Saturday. We got a lot of things to get through, so we're getting to them. Go ahead, Mr. Magazine.
All right. Found this in a box from, I think, the Ohio deal. There was a bunch of sealed horror records and stuff.
Oh, that is cool.
Some we put on Whatnot. Some I wanted to keep because they were sealed, and you just don't get that kind of money on Whatnot for sealed records.
Oh, you just don't see that. What the heck?
And this is Cannibal Holocaust Riz. You got any Riz going? I don't think so. Original 1980. I don't know what the 2015 is, but soundtrack vinyl. And I think this was still sealed. Yeah, new. $83.
Or is it 1980 over 2015? Could it be
maybe it's numbered.
Yeah,
maybe it's numbered. Yeah.
Wow.
But $80. I think there were comps not on this one, but similar ones from this type of series
genre
and stuff. Yep. It went for I think $80. So yeah.
I'm going to say this: if anybody out there is watching our show, and you went to a garage sale, and you saw this sealed for $5, and you had to look it up, or you didn't just buy it immediately.
I would just buy it immediately.
I would buy it immediately. This is something I would not have to look up.
All kidding aside, any sealed records really are worth paying $5 for, even if they're like nobody's. Because even on eBay, they're going to go for 10 or 15 if it's like the worst record known or the common record. But it's still sealed if you think about it. 30, 40, 50 years old, most of these records are from the 70s, 80s, so forth, and they're still sealed.
Yep.
Amazon, they could be 20 to 50,
so, let alone something good.
Any sealed records, buy them up for $5.
But I mean, something like this, wow.
Anything oddball, this has it all. Yeah, exactly. All right, next up. Buffalo Bills starting lineup, 1988 to 89, Kelly, Thomas, Reed, lot of 6. Now, I found this, I put it together for my employee, and I said, list this, it's at least $50, put $50 on it. Because early Bills are short printed from 88, 89.
Yeah, so I was just going to ask.
And he's a Bills fan. And a month went by, and they're still sitting on his desk. So I told my manager, have a talk with him. I go, this is a good lot. Why would you just have it sitting around?
Because he was waiting for football season, so it would go for more?
That's true. All right. But they finally got around to listing it and went for $88 in auction.
He needs me in his ear to give him the excuse.
Exactly.
I wanted to get you more money in football season. You'd go, okay, curses.
You're talking $15 a piece in lots. I mean, you can't argue with that.
That still seems low, though, because they were short printed.
Right. I mean, unopened ones are hundreds of dollars each. But very cool. Next up, Pooh, Disney's Winnie the Pooh Peekaboo canister 10-inch.
That's cute.
Yeah, hopefully it makes it in one piece. We have not had much success lately shipping out breakables. I think I took close to $40 on this.
Which actually kind of does seem kind of low on that, really. What size is it? Does it say?
10-inch, yeah.
10-inch, yeah.
And I got this from my book toy guy that sells me stuff, and when he brings in the breakables, I pay him 25, 30%, maybe,
So you probably give him 10, 12 bucks for it, something like that, yeah.
So we'll take a chance to high school hands.
But the mister was ready to play. It wasn't me she was fooling. She knew what she was doing when she told me how to walk this way. She told me to walk this way.
Okay, moving on. I think I bought a bunch
Talk this way.
Yep, I bought a bunch of these hats from my manager who is a golfer but didn't really use these much or if at all. And this one for $20. It's a black Nike golf hat, dry fit, adjustable.
Now, I had one question for you.
Sure.
Is it Legacy 91 all one word or...
That's a good question.
I don't know the answer to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Legacy 91.
Okay.
Right
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, that's good. Yep. Because I was wondering if that was hurting the search or not. But if it's one word, then that's how people search. Yep. But always do, and I've made the mistake too, proofread, because something like that can happen from time to time where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, and you could probably pick these up for $5 at sales. And the key is, they can be used or slightly used with a little wear, but once you start getting into that yellow sweat and stuff, it better be a super rare hat that you're going to be buying then.
Yep.
All right, next up, Natasha Callis, M., the Possession Screen-Worn Clothing Lot. This is from the Pennsylvania deal or New Jersey deal, whatever you want to call it. $500 this went for an auction.
You made the deal. You can call it whatever you want. You don't have to keep calling it both things.
He was on the border, so my manager says it was Pennsylvania. I think didn't we eat in Jersey?
We did.
So it was borderline. So I'll call it slash. But anyways, he finally got around to listing a bunch of clothing. Someone for $200, someone for $300. We're getting some, and I found out that obviously I knew this ahead of time. You cannot sell used underwear on eBay, but you can sell used bras. And I had my niece call up and confirm on that because people were selling them. So we did have some used bras from, Selena Gomez and stuff. And, they were going for like $100 each. So
all right.
Very cool if you're into that.
Different strokes for different folks.
Next up, I feel like I asked you about this stuff when I was buying it or something. Anyways, The Scarecrow of Oz by Frank Baum, 1915 hardcover first edition. And I told my employee to go make sure you list this accurately.
Right.
If you have to look it up, show the insides in case it is not at first, because I don't know what is or isn't, but he did show, I think, hopefully enough that, it is what it is.
Yeah, he should have shown a couple of the prints.
Okay.
Because if they're color or black and white, makes a difference on those.
Gotcha. And let's see, this was a few months ago, so.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
No return yet, so.
Yeah, I don't think I paid a whole heck of a lot on them, so,
Yep.
maybe $10-20, but went for 75.
Yep.
Next up, 1964, 1970. That's a weird space range there. But the G.I. Joe Adventure Team figure, 12-inch with tags, boots, and clothes.
Yeah, I would have said 1960s with an S. Because could it be 1970?
Well,
yeah, but...
I think it's like Barbie. They used the same doll from 64 in 1970. So it was put out in 70, but the mold was made from 64. But again, luckily he shows that, so you know what you're getting.
Yep.
Very cool. So a little research there, went for $60 in auction. Sadly, that's all it's worth, but, it is what it is. Next up, everyone loves this guy, nice wife. Josh Allen Bill's 2019 Panini Contenders. DP Cracked Ice, number 53, PSA 10.
Wow.
It did take 3 years to sell, but I got $150 out of it, so we probably priced it high, like, on the end of COVID times, and now it met its price at the $150, and the guy bought it at that, and, it's gone.
Nice.
I got more going on here. I do not. You are up.
Champaign County, Ohio official program basketball tournament, 1942, $32.24. Mr. Magazine often says during our BOLOs, this doesn't look like much.
True.
Would that be accurate in this case?
Yeah, it looked like you drew it when you were 12 years old. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Kind of crazy item right over here. Guess where I picked this up at, Mr. Magazine? Springfield, Ohio, exactly.
I would have gotten that wrong.
Picked this up in Ohio. It's going back to Ohio. We always talk about get local things. Somebody or other is interested in it for some reason. Next up.
I was really going to say Madison Bachville, but my brain's not working quickly right now.
The name is Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
Kind of like the James Bond thing.
Yeah.
Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa. Booklet. 1960. I had to put the Jimmy in case you didn't know who Jimmy Hoffa was.
Yeah, what are his local numbers? Local 007.
Exactly. Teamsters Union Trucking. $61. Put this up. Got this from a dealer, as a matter of fact. I bought a bunch of stuff off of a dealer, and I pulled this out of his stock thinking it would be good. Did not pay $61 for it, so I did well.
Funny thing real quickly, I just mentioned the Paperboy that I started watching The Irishman with my son literally 2 hours ago. It's a 3.5-hour movie, so we got like half left. It's about Hoffa, obviously, but I can't believe that they had Pacino play him. Doesn't look like him at all.
There you go.
All. Moving on.
Star Wars, main title. Have you ever seen this before, Mr. Magazine?
Take the knife out of my back.
Have you ever seen this, Mr. Magazine?
You still didn't get even for the P Rose. No, I don't think I have that, and you should have sold it to me.
Star Wars main title and Cantina band, 45 RPM, picture sleeve, 1978, John Williams.
Yeah.
I picked this up in the collection. I picked two of them up.
Oh.
I brought one to Mr. Magazine the day that
Are you serious?
Yes.
How long ago was this?
I'm 100% serious.
This is horrible. I was going to say I have this without the sleeve, but it would be nice to have this cool, colorful sleeve.
Yes, I bought two of them, and I got you one.
Our collections are a lot alike. When we go through, we're like, where did this come up? I've never seen this before.
He's busting my chops before the show going, you never get this to me. I can't believe that. And I'm just holding laughter.
That's cool stuff that I like. Yeah, I like that stuff.
Well, you've got one. Congratulations.
Right, thanks.
Unknown to Mr. Magazine, I bought 40, and I'm going to bring him in one every week, and he'll never know.
You just keep selling it to me.
He'll never know. It'll keep selling the same one. Winston 500, NASCAR racing ticket stuff. Oh, that was funny. October 15th, 2000. I did pick up a large pile, 165 racing tickets for $150 over at Allentown. So I paid just under $1 a piece. This is the first one I've sold. The positive thing about buying big lots like that, you don't have to sell too many more to be out of them.
Nice.
Tip as well, what I am doing on these, now I know you would do it differently, Mr. Magazine. You would sort them, put them in a box, and it would be like box 4-1, box 4-2, box 4-3. I find that I forget to change the numbering if I do that. So what I did is I just alphabetize them by what the race is.
Okay.
So that's my way of doing it, because I know I would forget.
Yeah. My guys are a little slower sorting, I think, and they haven't had many problems numbering cards and stuff.
Right. So see, and I would forget. So has 14 items now don't get found. Eastern Grass Court Championship Tennis Program, 1957, Althea Gibson. $32.24. I brought this up because usually tennis programs don't sell well. Have you had a lot of luck with tennis programs?
No, I like the artwork. I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a neat looking item there, Althea Gibson. And this would be one of those things that, no disrespect to your listers, they might not know who Althea Gibson is.
And they wouldn't take that many pictures and so forth. And, you know, if you got, what did you get for her?
$32.
So we'd probably get like 20 to 25.
Yep. So it's a trade-off. Definitely is a trade-off.
Yeah, I would probably price it at 25, and it would probably go from that range.
Saucepans of Glass. Brochure. Double Boilers of Pyrex, 1937 Art Deco. Took a $15 offer on it. Did I say 3 panels, 2-sided, 3 1/8 by 6 inch. So it's a very small brochure. And I bought a pile of these brochures. I think the guy ended up charging me about 50 to 75 cents each. Not this specific one, but different ones as well. Over at the flea market, a guy that I buy from all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I just make a pile and he gives me a deal. Ignore the prices. He gives me a good deal. He wants them going.
Good stuff.
Honolulu Harry's Waikiki Souvenir Photo Folder, 1950, Chicago, Illinois. Guy offered me $25 on it. I took it. It's been up since 2022, so 3 years. It is, the person that bought it was overseas as well. And I try to take into account, even though I don't see a penny of the overseas shipping money, I try to take into account in my head that they are paying higher shipping. So $25 may seem like a lower offer than it should be, but in his head, he's making a fair offer because he's probably got $25 shipping involved as well. So he's looking at he's paying $50. Now, even though I'm not seeing that $25, I'm trying to see from his viewpoint. Now, somebody in America offered me $25. I may have gone back at a $32 offer or something like that, try to squeeze a couple of more bucks out of it.
And I've been doing the same thing too with $50 items, taking half if they're 2, 3, 4 years old. Why not? If it's 20, I'll take 10, but then you got to start weighing up your options at that point. Are you making any money? Sometimes you just want to get rid of it. So.
Right. Yep. Depends on how easy it is to find, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly.
Penn State University, 1963 yearbook, La Vie, PSU football, $44.21 on that.
Weird coloring on the cover, seeing it's not Penn State colors.
No, right, yeah, I don't know.
It's odd, yeah.
Definitely is an interesting cover there, no doubt. Neat item, though. You can find these out there. Some people don't want to do yearbooks. I would suggest that if you do see yearbooks from major universities out there, do buy them. The reason why is, I don't know how many people were in the graduating class of 63. 10,000? I mean, I really don't know.
Crazy,
Might have been 10,000 people graduating that year. Plus, remember, too, you've got 4 years worth of students potentially, even if they're just pictures of the drama club or whatever. Just crazy numbers of people that would have been here. Those people all had sons, grandsons, nephews, nieces. That's a lot of people that'll be like, oh, that's where Grandpa went. Is he in there? Let me buy that.
Sure. Yeah.
Be prepared. Do keep the yearbooks in an area that you can access them easily. Be prepared to answer questions about if people are in them, because there is no way around it. You cannot possibly picture every single picture in the yearbook. You cannot do it.
It's got to be a thick yearbook too, right? I would think
it's real thick. Yeah, a couple inches thick. Yeah, it's a big yearbook over there. So $44 on that. And George A. Dietz, 1868 wheat catalog, agriculture, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania farming. I think I took a $25 offer on it. One of those, again, that I'm sitting there going, it is from 1868. $25. And I said, something, get it gone. I'd rather have $25 than this. I don't collect. It's one of the few things that I don't collect.
Yeah.
So get rid of it, get the money in. Why not? It had been sitting up for 6 months to a year anyway. So move it on out, get $25. I can use that $25 to buy 25 more items, of which some may be from 1868. Who knows? Hopefully that does help you a little bit. Do hit the like button. We'll see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.